Hello and welcome to another DCS video, and today's tutorial is going to be about the BF-109K4. So, another German aircraft today. Not exactly similar to other aircraft that we've gone over. This one's pretty different and requires a couple of extra steps in the ground radio if you want to get your stuff set up correctly. So as always, let's go ahead and do our walk around here. Everything looks good. All our flaps look fine. Radiators look like they're open. This skin, by the way, is by Reflected. They're all in the user files section of the DCS website. I would recommend these Reflected skins. Probably my favorite skin maker. But very beautiful skin. Let's go ahead and hop in the cockpit here. So the first step that I like to do is get rid of this fucking flare gun. This thing gets in my way. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up my ground menu, pull up ground crew, and change cabin equipment, take away flare pistol.
Copy.
So that's going to get rid of the flare pistol here in a couple seconds, which makes my life a whole fucking easier because we're going to need to see behind it to click these fuses real quick. So let's go ahead and give that a second. Meanwhile, let's make sure our trim is zeroed out.
Rearming complete.
So that's this wheel right here. You want to spin that down all the way to zero out your trim. Makes takeoff quite a bit easier. Now that this flare gun is out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and click all my circuit breakers. The way these circuit breakers work is that if you press the black head, they are on. You press the red, they will be off. So you see, just click the black and they're all on now. Everything is good here. I'm not going to turn on my oxygen yet, but if I wanted to, I would simply left click that and then boom, oxygen comes on. This little blinker right here should open and close correspondingly, and we're going to go ahead and close it for now since we're not at a high enough altitude where I would need oxygen. Alright, coming up over here to the left side, let's go ahead and move the throttle forward a couple inches, and here is where the booster pumps are. So go ahead and right click those, forward to P1 plus P2, and it's going to turn on your booster pumps. After that, let's go ahead and turn on our engine governor. Right here is a little switch. Left click it once to bring it towards you, and now your engine governor is on. That should automatically control your pitch to make your engine run as efficiently as possible, and also make sure that you don't burn your engine on takeoff. Don't forget about that one. That one's really easy to forget about. I do that very often, and then my airplane ends up dying on takeoff, and I wonder why. Right? So don't forget about that governor down there. Then I'm going to go ahead and give power to my my MW50, my mistake, my MW50. MW50 is a water methanol mixture that once you hit war emergency power or WEP, it'll come on and it'll give you a boost from about, I think you go from 1.5 ATA all the way up to like 1.7, 1.8 ATA, which is a manifold pressure. So very good to keep that on. After that, I'm going to go ahead and turn on my guns over here. Right click that once. Up is on, down is off. And while we're on the ground, let's go ahead and charge up our Mark 108 cannon. So there's a button that you have to map in your controls. I will show you. It is marked as Charge Mark 108D. This is a very important control. If you don't do that, your cannon will not actually be charged and you won't be able to shoot it. So I depressed that button and you heard the cannon charge itself, and now I can let go of it. Go ahead and put the safety up. That's another button you have to map to turn off the safety. It's a gun safety lever right there under the stick category. So I have that mapped. And just like that, I can open and close my safety. So I'm going to open that up. Next step would be to pull up our magnetos. We'll do the M1 plus 2. Open up our starter. And now we are technically ready to start up the engine. Ooh, let's not forget about the manual radiator here. I like to keep this on ALF, which is open all the way. Automatic is automatic. And the zoo is closed. So just go ahead and do ALF. There's also one called Drive. I'm not too sure what the meaning is for that one, but I always just leave it in either one of these two right here, automatic or ALF. Most of the time you're going to want an automatic on takeoff, and startup, do ALF. So now we have that set to ALF. Now we can go ahead and communicate to our ground crew that we are actually ready to start. So go ahead and pull up your ground menu, go to ground crew, and you're going to press F4 to run the inertial starter.
Run the starter. Copy.
And now you're going to hear the flywheel start to spin up here in a second. And there it is. And it's going to keep spinning up until you're going to hear some guy at the prop scream, "Clear!" And then you can go ahead and pull this red lever right here by left clicking it, and your engine will start. And you're going to have to hold it for a bit though.
Clear.
It's clear. Let me hold that out now. You see the propeller starts to spin. Just hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. It looks like the engine won't start, but then, boom, it catches. And just like that, your engine is started. Go ahead and close that. Close the canopy. And boom. Your aircraft is ready to taxi and ready for takeoff. So if you guys have any other questions about this aircraft or any other aircraft for that matter, go ahead and leave them in the comments. I'll get to them. And otherwise, thank you very much for watching and have you guys a very nice day.